I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little dirty. It must like off-roading. I mean, it's a Jeep, that's what it's for, right? Next time, get a snorkel.
What do we got going on here?
So this is the one that we pulled out of the pond up in the hills. It's got water in the cylinders. You can see water in the cylinder from the spark plug holes. All the spark plugs are soaked with water, which is not good. The engine hydrolocked. Miguel owns it, tried cranking the engine over. Well, it had water in the cylinder and seized the engine. So we're trying to see if we can break loose the engine, see if we can start. That'd be the starter motor clinking and clunking. What it should be doing is cranking the engine over, but it's not doing that. So either we have rust buildup now on the cylinders, seizing the rings to the cylinder wall, and it's not going to crank, or it ended up bending a rod and is now stuck. Not a good sign.
I'm tightening the bolt while we're trying to move it.
Yep, what most likely happened was rod's bent, because once a liquid gets into a cylinder, air compresses, liquid does not. So once that liquid is up in the cylinder and the spark plug, obviously all the valves are closed, piston goes up. The only thing that's going to happen at that point is a rod bends and no more turning over. So this thing is going to need an engine.
But I like turnovers.
This thing, yeah, toast.
Own it.
Toaster strudeled.
We yarded the engine out of the Jeep. Had to pull the torque converter out with it because it wouldn't turn over. So I was just going to show you what happened here. We got water in there, and then it came up, and the piston couldn't compress the water. So the weakest link bent. So I think both of the piston rods are actually bent, but we can look at it here. The piston hit the weight right there. You can see it, and then the rod is also bent. It's kind of hard to see it, but it's definitely bent. So it got shorter, and that's why the piston hit the crank. And then it wouldn't turn anymore. So that's why we got a new engine. This is part of the intake, so it goes in here into the intake plenum. And there was water when I pulled the top part off. There was water sitting in here and in here. We did pull the spark plugs out to see if there was any water in the cylinders, but we couldn't get it out because it was still hydrolocked. So see if we can get this thing in here.
We don't have a camera guy this morning. Got me with not enough hands.
Get a tripod.
Yeah, probably should get a tripod at some point. Huh?
We're good. We're good.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't hit any of this plastic line. They seem to break easy.
Yeah, and they're kind of important.
Really easy.
These fuel lines are kind of a pain. There we go. I think it'll be easier this time because I don't have to pull the torque converter or put the torque converter in at the same time.
Yeah, I guess without being able to spin.
We probably need to get that strap off the torque or off the transmission and get a jack under it.
You can lower it down.
Yeah.
You got it strapped up, huh?
Yeah, because we could pull it out that way.